Ever get that feeling like you bought the coolest new gadget, top of line, all the bells and whistles, but then you start to wonder, is anyone else even using this thing?
Uh-huh, yeah, that fear of missing out, but in reverse.
Exactly. And it's kind of the story going around about Apple's latest iPad Pro. Like, it's a beast, right?
Yeah.
But the sales numbers,
Hmm.
a little quieter than expected. So we're diving into that today.
Should be interesting.
Totally. And to help us unpack it all, we've got insights from someone who, well, they practically have their ear to the ground in the tech world. Ross Young from DSCC, he's a supply chain analyst. Basically, he sees the trends before they even hit the mainstream.
Oh, he's the guy with the inside scoop. What's he seeing?
So rewind back to May, right? Big Apple event, new iPad Pros drop. Everyone's hyped. Initial projections were pointing towards a massive launch, like almost hitting that 10 million units sold mark.
Which, for context, would be huge, even for Apple.
Exactly. But then things took a turn.
Yeah, those numbers tell a different story now. Projections got adjusted, and not in the direction Apple was hoping for. We're looking at something closer to 7 million units now.
Wow, from 10 down to 7 million. That's a pretty steep drop. What's behind that?
Well, it's not the entire iPad Pro lineup taking a hit. It seems like the 13-inch model is facing the brunt of this sales slump.
The 13-inch? Huh, interesting. Makes you wonder if it's that whole replace your laptop pitch, you know?
Yeah, that's a big part of it. Trying to position a tablet, even one as powerful as the iPad Pro, as a full-on laptop replacement, it's a tough sell, especially with that price tag. You could get a pretty decent laptop for the price of a 13-inch Pro.
True, true. And speaking of price, Ross Young really honed in on that as a major factor. Is it possible that even the most devoted Apple fans are starting to hit their limit?
It wouldn't be surprising. Look, the new iPad Pro, it's a beast, no doubt. The M4 chip. It's not just a step up. It's
Yeah.
like it's lapping the competition in terms of processing power. The display with the new OLED tech, that's gorgeous, super vibrant.
Oh yeah, the screen on that thing is beautiful.
But even with all of that, for most people, an iPad's still a luxury. It's in that nice to have category, not the need to have.
Totally. I mean, techies, creatives, they might shell out those big bucks for the latest and greatest.
Ah,
But for the average person, dropping close to $1,000 or even over that for the higher end models, for something they're mostly going to use to watch videos and scroll through social media.
it makes you think twice. And then you tack on the cost of the accessories, which, let's be real, you practically need the Magic Keyboard and maybe the Apple Pencil to get the full Pro experience. Suddenly, you're looking at a pretty hefty investment.
Yeah, it's that whole ecosystem around it that adds up. This whole situation really makes you wonder, what's the future for tablets?
It's a fascinating question. I mean, are they going to be these niche devices, super powerful, but only really appealing to a smaller specific market?
Right. Like, are they ever going to be as ubiquitous as our smartphones?
Or is there a different path altogether? One where maybe the focus shifts from just packing in more power to finding that sweet spot between cutting-edge tech and a price that resonates with a wider audience.
A high-stakes balancing act for sure. Well, this deep dive into the iPad Pro's sales slump, it really highlights how even the giants like Apple aren't immune to the shifts in the tech world. Sometimes a cool, shiny new product isn't enough. You got to connect with what consumers actually need and, importantly, what they're willing to pay for. Makes you think, what will it take for tablets to truly become indispensable in our lives?
Yeah, it's something to keep an eye on. The tech world moves fast, and who knows what innovations are right around the corner.
Definitely food for thought.
Well, that's it for our show today. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you around in the next one.